centimetres of tape. So, the mission is you've got 18 minutes to build the highest possible tower using only the resources given to you. And on top of that tower, you must place the marshmallow so it's balanced. The winner of the highest tower on which the marshmallow is balanced will have achieved a great deal in that sense. So you're not allowed to suspend things from the ceiling, but you're not allowed to prop it up. You've got to be able to, as a team, stand back and sort of stand in all its glory. And you've got 18 minutes in which to complete it. So I've got a stopwatch. It gets really competitive. And are you ready? You've got your resources. You've got your space for where you're going to build your tower.
And you can't remember how to do it.
And off you go. 18 minutes to build your tower.
Yeah, I need to jump in and start playing. So.
Are you allowed to use the bowl?
No, the bowl, the holder is not allowed. It's just the spaghetti, the marshmallow, and the tape. Great questions.
Which could just be
You made that into a We've got nothing to balance the next
We've got 19 pieces of spaghetti now.
Don't worry,
use them all anyway.
We need to make it quite sturdy a little bit, don't we, to get it stuck.
3 or 4.
So 1 minute's passed.
So to get it up, you probably could. You can't let it too tight, just break it. Church.
I really don't want to try because I know I would break a wall to get it.
You need to wrap it around.
Then you get
Strong enough, do you think?
I think if these are taped together, so the two pieces of spaghetti each 4 corners, then that'll give it a bit more strength.
We can get some tape, just tape that middle, just so it's, we can rip some off, can't we?
I'm sure about this stripe without this one.
You had a bit of a break then. Did you have a bit of a break?
Yeah.
You got that bit.
Right, what? Decide where we go.
I'm just trying to make it how strong. Because it's still a really strong base.
Yeah, so we need our base first, don't we?
So even if we did,
Yeah,
just time them together.
And then
like that.
And then what you could do is kind of do it like that in the middle, so it's not just
Yeah.
one.
And then tape that.
Yeah, at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the best way?
So just like tie it and then just put it.
Take a bit strong cotton onto it. Tap the ball in the back cotton. Yeah. Just tighten a knot.
Yeah.
See where we get. Engineering. Okay. So,
That one's staying. Is that one stop?
yeah, that was straight. That one really needs holding up, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the other two toilets actually.
Another 10
The
minutes.
rest of it against that. You've got some mobs round the side. Yeah. That's great.
We may start with
Is there a break then?
like that.
That's fine. It's a bit. It's all right. It's not a problem. Problem with the arrangement. It's made that way.
Are we trying to take that?
Yeah, I don't think it works though.
Is there an actual answer to it? Yeah. It's going to something really simple, isn't it? We're going to hit ourselves.
Put it on top of your legs.
It is possible. I shall share some examples of other teams. It's sample that's spaghetti.
What happens when you let go of it? Right, okay.
So, now we need to shove another one down there maybe to try and support
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Because we just look at it.
Oh no, it's perfect now.
I was trying to think of something that
So if we do
smart
that,
would have done in the group.
yeah.
Yeah, try and tell. I think now that we've snapped it, it's not going to be as stable, is it?
Are we allowed to not touch this at all?
You've got to stand back from it.
That's what's good.
You're doing really well.
We are better than all the other teams.
It's not a competition.
It is.
It is.
Competition
Yeah.
will be.
So we do need to distribute it.
Tell you what, why don't we touch?
Does that feel like
It's just how to fit
So I'm trying to
the,
say that
how to fit that on. It's making that bit now like a bit of a platform, isn't it? So that it can set, so it can set on.
Put some more tape.
Got another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes.
We maybe snap that really long piece and create a base for the marshmallow to sit on.
Destroying the basis for doing this.
it's okay, we can put base back on DMA.
Can't lose So we need to pull more back out now, don't
So
we?
if you hold that one,
Yeah.
oh, that's part of it.
Now these bits need to come out.
This
Yeah. That's all falling apart, isn't it? So it's how now we get
Yeah.
So maybe we just leave it on that.
No, I don't think I should be touching it.
That needs to take
Last year's thought leadership.
Right, okay. Yeah.
4 minutes.
Now, it's just this.
Oh, it's not very sticky.
How do we balance the marshmallows?
Well, I'm just going to spike it on.
I don't need this, but I'll take, we need to make this more secure.
Yeah, need some more tape. How long have we got left?
Just under 4 minutes.
So wait as tight as you can possibly get.
Where your fingers are. Here. Where?
Wherever.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. That would.
As tight as you can possibly get it. Snapping it.
Then they're not very hard because we've got snap bits of spaghetti left.
Right.
No, just don't be. How long is it to stand for?
Just over 2 minutes.
Surely get on that. Well, not if it's still on. You've only got that because that's quite high. Yeah, I'll be alright.
Wait till I'm down.
Seems to be moving now.
Yeah.
Seems gravitating towards you, Susan.
It does.
Need to put the base more.
I'm not touching it.
2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes.
I just let go and I was like,
Yeah, you got it? Should I let go? Right, we need to really pull that base.
We need to put the base right on.
Just so that it's not still be taken.
Yeah.
that's how it's actually worked.
Do we need some more here, some more
I'll
there?
take that.
That's crazy. I'm so competitive.
Good way, yeah.
Leave it, leave.
1 minute.
That's probably the weakest thing ever.
But it's standing up,
It's not-
standing up.
There's no
We
breathing.
don't have to do anything with
1
it.
more minute.
There's no way those are going to stay up.
The highest then.
Not us. Not us.
Oz.
Well, I think we might have to measure this.
We were satisfied.
Do it quickly.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
No. So how high do you reckon that is?
About 2 meters.
About a centimetre shorter than ours.
Yours would be better if it wasn't leaning Tarapinza. Or leaning Marshmallow. Hey! Of Stockport.
I think you're probably about the same.
Hey.
Well done. So, what does that teach us in terms of an exercise?
Marshmallows are too heavy for spaghetti.
Absolutely. What else does it teach us?
To have a solid foundation to stay.
Yeah, so get the basic foundation right. It is there is a global conversation that goes on around the Marshmallow Challenge because it's a metaphor for what happens in teams. Because marshmallows light and fluffy, easy to stick on the end of the spaghetti. You're absolutely right, Mark. Suddenly realise it's not. Doesn't quite hold up. What else goes on? How did you approach it? What sort of strategies and tactics did you use?
A little bit of trial and error.
Yeah, so that prototyping, let's try this, see if it works. Oh, it doesn't, let's try something else.
You can't always have the highest marshmallow because it's not safe.
Possibly can't always have the highest much, so that's that dilemma. Do we try and go for the highest, or do we build something that can stand up and hold its
We
place?
did try and think about it before we started.
Yeah, get in there and let's get moving on it. What it does, it should teach us about experience. So there may be some conversations around, well, you know, I think if this works, this could possibly, or let's try this, or I've done, you know, let's see how others stand. So it can teach, so we can bring experience into it. It can also be helpful to have that sort of into common purpose. So in the sense of what are we working to? It can help challenge some of those assumptions that we make, because which is the best way? Let's build a straight up or maybe a different way. What else does it do?
What about I've done this before, but I can't remember what I did?
Yeah.
Does that show you what your team
We had some quotes about not losing this.
Participation. But what it also teaches us facilitation. So I don't know if any of you in your sort of group said, well, let's give this a go, that trial and error, the prototyping, or let's try this, let's get some ideas, let's start to contribute to that sense.
Not
from
ham-fisted
that.
this.
We learned from that exercise. What are the things that now you had a second chance to do, you might do differently?
We're
That
joking.
singular determination. What else might you do differently?
I think I would have tested the weight of the marshmallow first. I think we just start at the bottom and worked our way up. And actually, reality probably should have said, let's see how many and what weight it is and see what we need to prepare. And then might start at the top and work down.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
different strategy in terms of how you might tackle it. And I think to Mark's point, to that opportunity to do a bit more planning and to think about this and having a discussion rather than leaping in. These are some of the things that come through. So people become engaged very easily. So you kind of give you a task and you're in there and everybody's working out what your contribution is going to be. Some of you might step forward in that leadership role. Yeah, this is what I think we should do. And then you colleagues support and join in that encouraging way. So you can use your abilities. You've never built some, I would imagine, apart from Susie maybe a long time ago, you've never built a marshmallow tower before. And there you go, you've got the ability to do so now today.
Is that a good shot?
You can be surprised in terms of some of the activity, testing, so, oh yeah, that works, oh that's a nice surprise, oh it actually stands out. So people are willing to be surprised. So sometimes as leaders we avoid that, you know, that sense of surprise, that sense of spontaneity, let's give it a go. The time pressure can sometimes hinder progress. I don't know if you felt that in terms of time ticking and falling out and run out. And you can feel that tension and the pressure go up. The average result is 20 inches, so you've done well. How high do you think the highest one has been?
What, with 20 pieces of spaghetti?
How many centimetres is the spaghetti? Not spaghetti, is that? What, 20 centimetres is the spaghetti?
Yeah.
So, 45.
And I'll show you some examples of some of the other teams have done. So the other thing, there's a lot of competition, so you add that pressure in terms of looking to see how the other team are doing in that competitive nature. And sometimes that can get distraction. But this is often what happens in our teams and on projects. We make so many assumptions around what our customer needs, what the product requires, what the pricing is, and sometimes we just need to take that step back, do a bit more planning, thinking about check understanding, agree who's going to facilitate the lead, because sometimes that can be a little bit, you know, who's taking control here. So a lovely metaphor in that sense. And here's some examples of who does best. So the high
These are all it's all the kind of same group then.
Do you like this one, Mark? So the high performers tend to be children. Why do you think that is? Absolutely. And they're willing to go, have a go and try and prototype. Architects and engineers.
Yeah.
PAs and admin assistants when working with SEOs. Must not do knowingly.
Business.
Because they control some of that process and they orchestrate and they're very good at that sort of multitasking, kind of getting people engaged and all that thing. Nurses. And also from that ability to have some empathy and listen, so taking on board team members and listening and helping with that process. And then the low performers. Why do you think business graduates, lawyers and HR professionals might struggle with this? Why don't they tend to perform very well? Yeah, and it's always about the perfect solution sometimes, and it's about the kind of focusing on the process rather than that exploration, being a bit more creative. So tend to kind of get caught up in that really different way of learning. So some interesting observations. And here are some novel towers that have been built. So you can see this one, which is some of the ideas that were coming through. Fairly high. This one's more of, and you were trying to do it over here where there are a number of different structures. You can see nearly used all their 20 pieces of spaghetti, and this one's a similar concept where they've got 3 and so on.
They all look quite geeky though, don't they? You wouldn't employ any of them, would you? Or let them run your business.
But have a look at the website. There's a lovely TED talk on the Marshmallow Challenge and what it can help us teach our teams and share with our teams. And what I would invite you to do and to think about is going back into your workplace and getting your team to have a go. The process is written up on marshmallowchallenge.com, so you can get all the kind of stage